Hey, what's up guys, it's Wes. So the other day, a viewer sent me an inbox message and asked me to show a video of my train station and how it works and the couple of places that it goes to. And so in this video, I'm going to show you guys a tour of the two places that our train station in our world goes to right now. So you've seen all this before in one of the older tours. We haven't really visited this base in a while, but here's the train station. It's kind of in two phases. This is the cart dispenser, where, like, you've seen this before. You press the button and a cart comes up from in storage and just sits right there for you to get in it. Then you press it and you go into this direction room that you've all seen before. And I'll show you how this is made in another video. It's actually a little bit obsolete now. You can make it a little bit easier with pistons and dispensers and everything. This was made like way back in like Minecraft beta, like 1.3, right after Gold Rails came out. I forget which patch it was. But this is the direction room. This will still work in like the newer versions of Minecraft. It's still a very good way to do it. It just, when you flip these levers, it just follows a really long redstone path and flips the direction of one of the rails. And so it can go in 4 different directions because it goes around this giant loop and then just switches one of these turns. But it only goes to 2 places right now, 2 complete places. It was meant to go to a third place, which is like a monster trap or a mob trap where we could farm stuff, but we ended up like not finishing that or moving it to a different place or something, I forget. So the first place that it goes to, you've seen before in one of my older tours, but it's changed quite a bit, so I'm going to show you it again. It's called the Fiddle Tops. It started out like we dug a mine and we just escaped and ended up in this snowy region, and we called it the Fiddletop Mountains after this kid we knew in high school. And we named this place Fiddler's Cove, which was just like a cave with a spider spawner. And it's kind of like Fiddler's Cove, like consumed the mountain from the inside and became this giant city. So if you go back and watch one of the old videos, you can see the castle, Fiddler's Cove, the Fiddletops, whatever you call it, how it used to be, which it kind of grew from a little cave to a big castle, and now it's like a huge city. It's enormous now. We had so many people working on it, and it looks really cool. And the ride there looks awesome. But the thing you've got to understand about our world individually is that it's complete vanilla Minecraft, whatever the current patch is. So no mods are allowed, no hacking is allowed, no glitches are allowed. Actually, certain glitches are allowed. It's kind of like we have to differentiate between Blizzard's term, which is like the clever use of in-game mechanics versus what a glitch is. We had an issue earlier about like we had some people like duplicating items using the Ender Eye or whatever. I'll show you guys how to do that in another video. But we had to like ban some people for that, and I'm still waiting for Jeb to fix that issue. But yeah, everything from this world is made totally from scratch. We gather all the resources, and that's like super, I don't know, to me that's super impressive considering some of the stuff that we make. Like right here, we're coming up on the Fiddle Tops as they are right now, right here. This is like the westernmost base that we have, and we had like, I think total like 6 people working on this to make the entire thing. Yeah, we collected all this glowstone and everything. We actually have a bigger castle made, like almost all the pathways are made out of glowstone. It looks really cool. We gathered all of it. We gathered all our wool from this big collection of sheep we have in the basement. But yeah, this is huge. This is actually, like, if you could picture this, it used to just be a mountain, and there used to just be a little cave in it. And so, like I said, it just kind of like consumed the mountain from the inside and became this big city or castle or whatever it is. And it looks really cool at night, I think. That's why I kind of waited for this video. So this little side catwalk looking thing loops around the entire castle, and then there's like 3 floors to the castle. I think I'm gonna put that right there, so I just removed it. But yeah, that loops around the whole entire castle. It's absolutely huge. All this stone took forever to make. We actually have a cobblestone generator. I think you guys have seen it. If not, I'll make a video on how to do that and everything too. We have all the CDs and everything. And yeah, we got all this wool from sheep. This is just like a storage room. There's like a bigger storage room down here for whatever we need. We have a lot of automated resources, so we ended up like having to fill up a bunch of chests with stuff. This is that's an interesting site. There's a little sheep right there. Yeah, this is a room somebody made. I don't know. Everybody makes like random stuff in here, and it ends up being really cool. I don't know. I think this was meant to be like an alchemy lab, and then we have like a room for wolves. Yeah, I don't know what this was. Yeah, we pretty much just have room for every utility in like we have a system. We're not really a system, but just like a general like order for making castles and stuff, where we have like a room for each. Like we have a room for alchemy, a room for enchanting, room for storage, room for beds, etc. I don't know what happened here. This is like our farm. It was meant to be super organized and ended up being super disorganized. There's like chicken in the ceiling because there were glitches where eggs used to fall through or something, and you could just collect the eggs really easily. But yeah, I can show you guys how to do all this stuff. If you see something in one of my tours and you're like, how do you make that? Just send me an inbox message. That's the best way to get to me because it goes to my email, and then I'll make a video about it in the future. But yeah, we have a little courtyard up here where we have like some quickly made farms. This is pretty cool. I wanted to show you guys this because I can make a video on this. It's an automated wheat farm. Well, it's not perfectly automated because there's no way to automate planting wheat, but it has like 8 rows of 8 wheat, so it's a full stack of, not a full stack, but 64 blocks of wheat. And you switch this lever and it opens up a bunch of pistons, lets a bunch of water run through, and just collects all the wheat for you, and then condenses it into one spot, so you can just kind of sit there. Yeah, I can show you guys how to make this if you're interested. I know it's like a super common thing. There are a lot better, more efficient ways to make it, whatever. This is like the super simple way. I put this together in like 15-20 minutes. It really wasn't very hard. It's really easy to explain too. It's just some pistons and a lot of redstone. And you need some space for it. But other than that, it's really simple. And then up here, this is meant to be like a housing area for individual like players to make their own houses. I used to have a house here. That's Hunter's house, but I used to have a house like right next to it. And I think what happened was like everybody made their houses, and then I made mine like really greedily out of like pure gold and like brown wool and glowstone and lapis lazuli, and everybody was like, Wes, like you're wasting all these resources, just take it down. So I took it down and used the lapis for a different project, used the gold for other stuff, gold or whatever. So that's why the housing area is kind of empty, and we ended up leaving this place before then. There's a dock over there that somebody made. It's actually a really good dock, but I think I didn't go over there because it's dark out and I don't want to die, and there's not enough lighting on the dock, but it does look pretty cool. I remember when he made that dock, we were like, why'd you even make that? Like, it's ice everywhere. You can't even use a boat. But it looks cool anyways, and I'm sure the ice will melt eventually. Our world, if you notice as I'm traveling, our world has several weather issues. It's really weird. Some of the biomes have changed. Like, our main base used to be just this, like, it was traditional Minecraft before, like, there were all these crazy biomes, like jungles and everything. It was just traditional Minecraft, and now it's like a swamp or something. I can't really tell. It's like a snowy swamp because the stuff changes all the time. This is a tower that I made, like, just before we left. It goes up to the old height limit, which is I think 128 blocks, and it's lit on fire and everything, so it looks really cool at night, and it looks really cool to stand up here and just watch the sunrise and everything. And there were some signs up here with like some cute little phrases written in, I think they're written in the dragon language from the Elder Scrolls Skyrim. I don't remember what they say. They have to do with the directions and like night and day and all that stuff, so I think I go through and look at them in a second, and you can translate what they say or whatever. But yeah, all this stuff, all the stone, all the moss stone, all the torches were all, we gathered all the coal, all the stone, to heat and make, everything here. We gathered all the wool from our sheep and everything, like I said. So that's really like the key thing about our world is like we don't create like any of the pixel art or any of the statues that you see on like Reddit or anything. It doesn't look that unique, but it is cool that we made it all from scratch. We made it in survival mode. It's on the hardest difficulty all the time. I'm thinking about switching it to hardcore mode, but I'm not sure how it's gonna work. It might be like something. It might be something like a day you can't play for the rest of the day. I don't know. I've always wanted like a challenging version of Minecraft for my server. That's why I've always kept it on hard mode. But there are really stupid glitches that you can still do. Stuff like you can just kill yourself and get full life and full health as long as you have a bed. You lose all your XP, but we have like there's XP farms, so there's really no penalty for dying in this game. But yeah, we gather everything from scratch. It's not as impressive as it used to be before beds and everything. Because like I said, you can just kill yourself. You can also skip night really easily in multiplayer. So it's hard to say that like it's hard to say that there's skill in Minecraft and that we've done something more skillful than anybody else. But everybody who views our server and they're like, "Wow, cool! Did you make that from scratch?" I'm like, "Yep." Yeah, we made that from scratch. We gathered everything. I can show you all our mines and everything. So yeah, that's kind of what makes our world cool. But what were some other stuff? Oh yeah, the other thing that I wanted to mention is I've gotten a couple people like asking me questions in the comments about my world. How do they get into my world? Can they download my world? No, you can't download my world. If you want to play in our world, I'd say send me an inbox message, because it's really just me and my friends and like some close people that I know that we've met on the internet and everything, that we played games with for a couple months or a couple years or whatever. They're all welcome on my server. But I don't just like, it's not a public server. I have a, it's my personal IP and everything. So I'm not just going to give that away on the internet, and I'm not just going to give away the world for download, because I do want to use it for videos. And if I just give my world away, obviously everybody knows my tricks and knows my secrets and can see my world without me having to make them videos. And then people can just make videos of my world and put it on their channel. So I don't really want that. So if you want to join my world, or if you want to see my world, come and explore it, send me an inbox message. Also, if you have any requests for me to make videos, for me to come in your world, for me to do whatever, send me an inbox message. It's the best way, because it goes straight to my email and I can get it on my phone or whatever. And that's why I'm making this video right now. But yeah, other than that, I've been looking for like a cool reason or a cool way to do tours, and I think I've got something down. I made a map of my world, like using a mod called Overviewer, and so I'm putting it into like kind of a mini-map format, so when I do tours from now on, you'll be able to see where you are in the tour on the map. And that's a really cool way to organize the world and everything. So yeah, as you saw right there, by the way, the train station it loops you back around it when you're coming back. Because of the whole southwest rule thing, there's a really easy way to have it skip the entire circuit. And here you'll see how the direction things work, where I'm just going to flip the lever to the fiddle tops down and the lever to the Ember Spine Castle up. I forget what the full name is. It's named after one of our math teachers. Everything in our world is named after like a math teacher or something. I forget why. It's stupid a reason, but it's just funny. I don't know. But yeah, this is the Didsbury's Ember Spine Castle of Oblivion. I forget who named it. Kind of goofy, but it's whatever. It's basically a castle. We made this castle like right after the Nether update came out, and yeah, so it's filled with like glowstone and netherrack and a bunch of other cool stuff, as well as a piston door, which I'll show you when I get there. But I wanted to let you guys know that I looked through some of my old tours, and it kind of feels like I kind of marketed this world as all being connected to that train station when I first made that original tour. But since then, this world has become absolutely enormous. There are so many other like bases and villages that are like 10 times the size of anything that you're seeing in this video alone. Everybody's got really cool stuff made. There are places that I haven't even seen yet, like secret buildings and stuff that people have made that I don't even know about. So if you guys like enjoyed this tour, and if you want to see more of my world, let me know, because I have a lot of more like really cool stuff to show you, more redstone stuff to show you, more like farming tips and tricks and all that cool stuff. Again, if you see anything in this video that you want me to show you, send me an inbox message, and I'll do more tours if you guys want me to. So yeah, this is it. It's kind of cool. We started it on a like a mountaintop, and it was meant to be almost like a city on like a deck, like a giant deck. Like, so you can see how it graces that mountaintop on the left, and you can see it's so big over the forest that everything becomes black, and actually monsters spawn down there all the time. But they were kind of like it's a big rectangle, and 3 of the edges are on pillars, except for that one. The pillar's not done yet on the right there, and the other edge is on a mountaintop. So it's like a big castle that's kind of held up by pillars. I know some of these doors are bugged up because I haven't been here since before the release of Minecraft. I think it's been a really long time. But yeah, we just have the basic stuff. Like I said before, we kind of have a formula for making cities. We have like a room for beds, a room for chests and crafting, a room for furnaces. This furnace room we just kind of overdid. There's a crazy amount of furnaces. But yeah, all the floors are lined with glowstone. It looks really cool from underneath. Unfortunately, I didn't get a shot. I like forgot about it and went back to do it, and I was like, forget about it. It's really not that big of a deal. But from underneath, you can see like the line of glowstone where this path is that I'm walking on, and it looks really, really cool. And you can go up in all these towers and see the roof, and the whole roof is covered in fire. It looks really cool when you fly by it. But yeah, the tops of those towers are covered in fire. So like at night when you fly by it on the cart track, it looks really cool. Unfortunately, it takes like a really long time to load when you're not on the host computer, because it's a multiplayer server, and it's tons of fire, and fire is always calculating something. It's always calculating where it's going to go next. So it does lag a bit here. But that's alright. It looks pretty good when I film it. So that's alright. Yeah. But it's a pretty plain building other than that. It's just like fences and stone, cobblestone for the pathway, glowstone surrounding it. It took a ridiculous amount of time to get this glowstone. There's like a whole portion of the nether, right where you enter it through our portal, that is just devoid of glowstone, because I spent so much time farming it all. I remember somebody made a castle on our server that was like, it had twice as much glowstone, and I was like, how do you even get that? And it ended up that he was like duping glowstone. So I don't think that anybody's gonna be able to beat me here on how much glowstone I use for this, legitimately. And here's the piston door. So there's like an open and close button. I'm sure there's a better way to do this now, but this was like when pistons first came out. Our friend Dave made this. It's really, really cool, like spot on, awesome. And the floor, or the stairs even go down. That's so cool. And it's made like all right to the, like you can see that this is the whole circuit right here. So if you're really good with the redstone, you can interpret this. Go ahead and do it. If you want me to go through and explain how the whole thing works, I can do that as well. Yeah, we made a little deck there. You can see just how dark it gets under there. But yeah, that's the whole circuit room right there. It's a very small space. It's really cool. And it's like vertical too. Normally you see redstone that's like long and flat, but that's actually vertical. And outside we have this whole path with flowers and all this good stuff. And there's like a tree. I forget why we made this. There's a whole story behind the ever-burning forest. I think I made a video on it. It was like how to prevent forest fires in your world. Oh yeah, there's this staircase too. I wanted this staircase to look like the original plan when I saw this mountain, and I was like, I want to make a castle there, was to make this staircase look like the Nidvar stair from Skyrim, which was like the 1000 stair. It was before Skyrim even came out. I was super into Elder Scrolls, super into Elder Scrolls lore, and I was like, I want this to look like the 1000 stairs. And it's not 1000 stairs. It can't be. There's no way. But it looks cool, I think, with the glowstone and everything. Again, another ridiculous use for glowstone, and it's a work in progress. There were meant to be 2 towers there, but we've used so much stone at this point that like I don't even know where to get cobblestone. I get it from a farm actually. But yeah, the ever-burning forest was like, if you go back and watch one of the videos, we had this forest that just burned down. Like it burned down a whole entire place, but whatever. That's another story. So, anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the tour. Thanks for watching. See you next time.